All right, man. So 2024 ended, year of the freaking dragon, but it's still ongoing until the month of January. So this playmat and the pewters, I'm gonna go up for sale this month. If anybody's interested, I offer it with somebody, but the guy only wants like specific things, and again, I'm not gonna throw out names to put nobody under the bus, but like everybody wants really dirt cheap stuff, like the stuff that I got, and I actually have been getting like somewhat good deals from people and businesses. Dude, I'm happy with a freaking 10, 15, or even 20% off. The people want everything dirt cheap now. Like I've been selling some toys around and some stuff around, and people are asking for like 30, 20% of what they're worth, man. Like similar to a freaking business. And most businesses they go for that amount or even less, trying to rip people off, and I just don't get it, man. So the offer is gonna stand. The month of January is gonna be the only month that if anybody's interested, I'm not gonna go anywhere between 350 and under. I might probably go more, but I'm not sure yet. So anybody's gonna throw me an offer. I'm gonna throw the playmat and the pewters. I'll put the shotgun and the shambler. I have not seen that one on sale. Maybe, yeah, the shotgun I have not seen on sale, so that won't go in. I don't know if I'll throw out the Kaku Demon, but then they like the Doom stuff has been getting more rare as each time, and I don't know if it's like people like me or others that are um, hyping some of this stuff, and just some of this stuff is like not being sold that much. Like the people that are buying it, they keeping it and they don't resell it. So some of these singles, the 1996 version, which somebody says that it's actually more rare than the 2013. I say the other way around. The 1996 is more common because they came out as loose packs. So it's like you buy one pewter, then it came out like a complete. So those are just left and right. There's more that I've seen on eBay. And they go anywhere between 20 and like 160 a piece, which is a ridiculous amount. And 2013, I have not seen it only one time in the past 4 years. And the 2018 version is probably the most rarest. I have not seen that version. People that have bought shit from Doom during that time, they just keep it. And I'm thinking of actually getting another statue. But at the end of the day, I promised myself and to my loved ones that you know what? I'm not gonna buy toys and statues anymore. I came to a conclusion that it's not for me, man. Like anything that I get hooked, I don't have much self control. So I think that's the ultimate goal for me, self control. So 2024, the year of the dragon, is gonna be the year of promises. If you didn't promise and do something, then you pretty much fail. 2025 is gonna be the year of knowledge. So that's what I'm gonna try and take a break, see if I can actually read some books, start reading some of the stuff, reading the gospel as well. Um, kind of do need it, even though I consider myself agnostic right now, and as I did mention in one of the videos, but there's a lot of stuff that going back and forth with my beliefs, and I don't want to go into deep into the to the cult. I think the only stuff that I'll go into a cult probably be simple stuff like Chinese zodiac, astrology, and what's it called, the Western zodiac as well. So it's like at the end of the day, like I don't want to go too deep into those things because there's like buy into it, but at the same time, like you start connecting the dots and you see, okay, there's something going there, but at the same end of the day, like having one's faith in your religion is probably the most important thing at the end of the day. So it could be probably a test, but then like I don't want to talk much about that. As far as for politics, I don't want to talk much about politics either. Aside from I see 2025 being a very more expensive year. Sadly, a lot of people think that this year's gonna get everything cheaper just because Donald Trump is gonna come in. I honestly, I'm not trying to be pessimistic here, but I just think everything's gonna get more expensive when he's gonna get into office. And I got my reasons for that belief systems, and I'm already seeing some stuff happening this month. which again, I don't want to talk more into politics. Some video games and politics, some of the people that I would associate and play, kind of funny. Which, again, I'm not trying to put out anybody under the bus. A lot of the people that were talking trash and were messing around, they pretty much kind of left the picture. And it has always been the case. The people that are usually the most loudest and more um, whiniest, or when they whine about everything, they usually don't like to stick around for much, even though they put me under the bus and they framed me. That's why I try not to get into communities and games with the PSN as well. I saw how that was just as bad as the ones that I was dealing with. The other private server community that I'm still part of. Um, Shout out to the only person that I'm gonna mention here, Derek. Been messaging this guy this year. Been friends for over 10 years online, and he hasn't been uh, getting in touch with me. So I don't know what happened. And like I said, I don't want to bother people anymore. So to each their own. So I hope he's doing better. Um, and yeah, it's just a lot of other things. Games that I want to get into, like 2026 competition. Um, like the Heroes of Might and Magic 2 Game Boy Color is something that I really want to get into in this channel, and I do want to make content related to N64 games. I mean, I did wanted to make a challenge, but and then I saw myself, you know what? I don't know if I'm actually gonna come back in 2026. We will see. Seeing how things are going and unfolding, and just losing patience with a lot of things, like seeing drawing and art, coloring, becoming something that I used to do, and it's becoming an amazing stuff that I've been ignoring for the past almost a year, because video games usually takes a hold as your entertainment business. So it's either that or you start drawing, coloring, and reading books, and that's a hobby that I really want to get into myself because it relaxes you. It's a good form of meditation. So I had a lot of books on how to draw. I think I have like six, and I was gonna buy more, but they take up space, and like I could be streaming, doing the drawings and my second channel, but I don't know, man. I really don't know, and do want to get into some of the stuff about drawing and the politics. I'm already getting to a point where, you know what, I'm really hating politics. I don't want to watch. I told myself not to watch Reddit anymore, like watching violent stuff. Like I don't see gore, but violent stuff, like stuff with war related. Like I got to a point where I said myself, you know what, no. And usually when I make some of those promises, sometimes I break them, but I do keep them. Like I told myself not to get into heavily into like occultic stuff, UFOs and stuff like that. I just see it sometimes and just like, nah, I just ignore it whenever somebody brings it up or something. So hopefully 2025 is gonna be a good year for everybody, despite the challenges that awaits us. So at the end of the day, like self-control is probably the most important thing. Self-control to buy stuff, self-control to have a collection that's nice and neat. And if you're gonna collect, you gotta keep in mind that collecting is more catering for people who own houses. Now, most people don't own houses now, but if you don't own a house, you're living in an apartment, you're living with your family members, try and have something small, nice, a few statues. I wouldn't recommend statues if you don't have a house. But if you're living with somebody else and it's not your house, like again, it's okay if you have something small, but don't go overboard of buying something very every so often, because it's just gonna take up a lot of space, man. And the cleaning is another hefty thing. The space, that's the thing why I wouldn't recommend statues, because at the end of the day, the statues, they take up more space than the statues themselves. And I have 110s, and these freaking boxes are way too big for me. Now imagine if I had 1/3, 1/4, like that would be insane space. So again, like game to a conclusion. You know what? 2024. I'm gonna make a promise, and that's probably not to collect anymore. Even though I do like my collection, and it kind of do looks nice, and try never to compare it with other people, because again, I don't like doing that, because other people are always gonna have way better um collect stands and scenes, how the collection looks. But it does look nice nonetheless, and I do wanted to make more statues fit up there. But I'm getting into another hobbies, fragrance collecting, but I don't want to go too overboard. Just like everything I did with Magic, a little bit of video game collecting and just Doom collecting. Like, so then and there I realized, you know what? If it's not a business oriented, or I'm gonna start reselling in the future, I'm just gonna have a moderate way of really controlling myself and just work on self control, man. At the end of the day, everybody's asking for things in their New Year's resolution, but they don't ask the most basic, most principal, most important thing, and that's self control. At the end of the day, self control is going to prevent you from drinking wine, soda, smoking. Self control is going to help you. Money management is going to help you not get mad. Self control is going to help you um, time management and get the type of hobbies that you want to do. So then I see very little self control talk about in videos, and in those videos about people always trying to fix themselves, this and that. Like, self control is almost never even brought upon it. Self control should be something being advertised, because then it's like self controls almost everything now in the 21st century. Self control, because everything now is like catering to just destroying yourself with all kinds of things. Because there's just so much, man, so much stuff that a lot of the stuff can actually do you more harm than good. So you gotta keep an eye and just watch for self control, man. Self control is the ultimate thing. So yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good one. And again, January is gonna be the only offer that I'm gonna throw for these playmat and pewters and the shotgun. If anybody's gonna throw me the offer, put it in the comments. Aside from that, take care, everybody. And February, I won't post any comments. And will I come back in 2026? We will see. But after February, I'll be gone. So I'll be still around for the month of January. Take care, everybody.